Yo, this is Tin Man TC.
And this is your boy High IQ.
And this is Fried Bologna.
The podcast is as random as O.J. Simpson being free again.
Fried Bologna.
A hood delicacy.
Hello? What's up?
What's up, bro?
Oh, man, you know, same old shit, different toilet.
I feel it, man. Hey, you've known me for over a decade, right? And
Many years.
And for the most part, I'm a pretty chill dude. Probably haven't seen me get angry too many times, but I want to get something off my chest, bro. And
shit, what's up? What's going on with you?
Well, you know, it's about the this is a perfect time for the unfuckwittables.
And I want to unfuckwittables early. We're doing the unfuckwittables early,
right off the bat, bruh. Right off the bat, because it needs to be addressed, man. NFL. I'm watching one of the I think his first take. I can't remember. And because keep in mind, I boycotted the NFL. I'm not watching that shit, right? And
yeah, I'm in mid boycott.
Right. And I'm gonna keep it real. When we first decided to do it, I was like, hey, this is gonna be kind of hard. You know, I've grown up watching football. You know, you get accustomed to watching games on Sundays, games on Mondays, right? But hey, I want to thank the NFL players for making this shit easy as fuck. Because my dudes, you had Cap essentially get blackballed for just making a stance, right? And
a very peaceful stance.
Peaceful as hell. And he ends up, and it's no one can argue this at this point, right? He ends up getting blackballed by the NFL and the owners. It's blatant. It's clear. No one's going to argue against that at this point. And
right.
So you guys just like, well, that sucks. Fellow brother of ours who's really trying to make a stance to better the country and better the lives of our children, the future.
Right.
Well, we're gonna just continue to play football, and you know.
Yeah, the show must go on.
Yeah, you know, we got to keep it professional. So life goes on in NFL, and you guys are getting CTE, all that, and then the president makes an outlandish comment and calls you guys SOB, and then you guys want to join hands with the owners and then take a stance. So a fellow black man, and I'm saying black man because 90% of the league is black, a fellow black man can get blackballed and be put out of work just for taking a strong stance, a peaceful stance. But when the president calls you SOBs, wait, hold up. Now it's time to do. My dudes, you guys should have been doing something a long time ago. And this whole Jerry Jones joining hands with the Dallas Cowboys, my dudes, that was marketing and PR at its finest. That's a cop-out.
It's the Dallas Cowboys. They always need to be in the news. So, yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand how you don't recognize that you guys have an opportunity to make a strong stance. This could be historic, and you guys are just letting the owners continue to tell you what you should do. It's a cop out. It's like, well, look, you guys can protest, but it's going to be on our terms, right? How about this? If you guys want to continue to play, go ahead and play, but going forward, remove all names from the jerseys and replace them with Jane Gold and John Coffey. And then I get it. Then I support it. then I get it. There's only like a handful of players that are really coming out and saying, "Hey, I'm willing to sit out the whole season if I have to." Or, you know, they're making stances, man. But when you're just like, well, that's the way it is, and you know, there's politics involved, and the owners are gonna do what they're gonna do, bro. I'm curious to know, and here's my question to any NFL players that listen to this podcast. I'm curious to know, at what point would you not play? Because I feel like we're already.
What would you stand for? What would you sacrifice?
Right. Because at this point, I feel like an owner can come out and be like, "Hey, none of my N-words are going to be protesting this entire season, and if anybody has a problem with it, them N-words can come and talk to me." Right? I think them dudes will still play. I think it's just all about the check. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. There's workers that are making $30,000 a year that come together and protest against benefits or lack of benefits and shit that's going wrong in their workplace, and they bite the bullet and take sacrifices with their paycheck. Y'all can't stop playing a game of football for something bigger than all of us? It's a cop-out. All these images of the players holding hands, it still shows that the owners are in power, guys. You guys are doing it on their terms. A protest is not supposed to be chill. It's supposed to bring some type of emotion. It's supposed to be controversial. It's a cop-out.
It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. The protest that they're doing now, or the knees that they took, was just in direct response to the president calling them sons of bitches, but they can't take a knee in solidarity with Colin Kaepernick to bring attention to violence that happens against unarmed black people against the cops and whatnot. Like, they can't stand for anything that matters except for being called a name, and then their owners are telling them, yeah, okay, now it's okay for you to do so.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and do what you need to do now. And I don't understand how y'all can get on national TV and go through with it. I just like, oh man, all these guys are owned. All these guys don't have any backbones, man. And then, Mr. Herschel Walker, he comes out and releases a statement today, and he says he supports Donald Trump, and he thinks that the NFL should ban the ability to knee during the national anthem, right? And I immediately got on Twitter and I called him out. I said, Herschel, you're like, that statement is like the Los Angeles Clippers. You're just missing the point. Real talk, bruh. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
At this point, how can you continue to think that this is about disrespecting the national anthem? It's ridiculous.
How is this about disrespecting the flag? You know what's a direct disrespect of the American flag? The Confederate flag.
Preach.
That's disrespecting our flag and our nation. A treasonous group of pro-slave, pro-bigotry, pro-anti-Semitism, pro-homophobia, pro-transphobia. It stands for everything that we dislike as a nation, that goes against our freedoms and our ideals. That's anti-American, but that's okay because there's a group of people that don't look like the people with melanin in their skin. So it's okay because they're the ones that can tell us what being an American is supposed to be like. They're the ones that can tell us what the flag stands for. They can tell us when to protest. They can tell us how to protest. They can tell us what makes them comfortable with our protesting. yeah, you can protest, but it can't be kneeling during the national anthem because that to us means you're disrespecting the flag. Fuck that. Fuck that idea.
Man.
Kneeling for the national anthem has nothing to do with the soldiers that are sacrificing life and limb for this country. That has nothing to do. Those two things are not the same. They don't equal each other. This is not tomatoes and tomatoes.
Right, man.
And also, those very same soldiers that people seem to be very sensitive about are coming home either with, PTSD, disfigured, dismembered, or they're coming back completely healthy, and they can't find a job. They're not getting adequate health insurance.
Right.
How come nobody's protesting that? If it's all about the soldiers, how come nobody wants to draw attention to that? The national anthem is a song. The flag is a piece of cloth. Both of those don't mean anything if people don't stand for what those words mean and what that flag represents. They are just items. So miss me with all that bullshit about what the flag stands for. You can't tell me what the flag stands for. I'm a black man in this country. The flag means something completely different to me than it might mean to some white dude. It means something completely different. I don't think that this country, to quote the great Crooked Eye, this country was built on hella discrimination. This country was not built for people that look like me to be equal. So if I feel that this country can be better, that this country can do better, and the way to draw attention to that is to kneel, then yeah, that's what I'm going to do. When Stevie Wonder kneeled at his concert, there was some fucking asshole who said another ungrateful black man kneeling for the national anthem. Ungrateful? Ungrateful what, motherfucker? What do you mean? He's supposed to, just because he can make money, because he has his freedom papers, that's just enough? That's just okay? Nah, fuck him and his entire family. I don't even know who that motherfucker is. Fuck him. And that's the problem, man, is there are still white people out there that think people of color should be okay just to not be enslaved anymore. They should be okay to be able to own cars or own homes. That is just enough to satisfy us and pacify us. Because there's a lot of people out there that don't think we are equal to them. Well, whomever's listening to this that are one of those people, you got it really wrong. Nobody's better than anybody. Not because of the color of your skin, not because of how much money you make. We're all equal because we all bleed red blood and we're all gonna fucking die. Period. That's how I know we're all equal. If there's a person walking on earth that will never die, that will never get sick, that is the most incredible athlete, the most gorgeous or handsome, has long flowing hair, or whatever other people like, then yeah, I might say that person is better than all of us regular people. But until that person exists, which they never will, nobody's better than another person. So miss me with all that bullshit. I'm changing the name to this podcast for the moment to call the Pissed Off Niggas Podcast.
Let's go with it. Yeah, man. And another thing is, like, what's so crazy to me is you got some of these players like Herschel Walker, and I think when they say crazy stuff like they support what Trump is doing or they support continue to stand for the national anthem, I think there's two things that's going on there. Look, Herschel Walker has been an incredible athlete his entire life. So for him, he probably hasn't experienced the type of things you and I have experienced on a day-to-day basis. See, when you're good at sports, when when you're the man, since age 12, 13, they take a liking to you. Shit, they even invite you to your home. They invite you to your home, and they have dinner with you. They'll even let you take the daughter out, right? But he's living in a bubble. Not everyone has that privilege where they're accepted, right? And he's approaching it in a way where it's like, well, I hate to say it, like OJ. It's like, well, if I'm black, I'm OJ. It's like, no, you dummy. Like, the minute you stop playing or the minute you mess up, you're back with us, homie. You're back with us.
See, the thing is, you're still with us. All that money you make, all that fortune and fame you have, yeah, you can rub shoulders with some of the most elite white people or even some of the most elite black people in this country or in this world. But have you ever heard the song America by Trick Daddy?
Yeah.
There's a couple bars I want to spit from that song that describes what I'm saying more accurately. You only got $2 and give less than a fuck, then use a nigga. Got a nice home and a Lexus truck, you a nigga. World champions and you MVP, you still a nigga. 4 degrees and a PhD, still a nigga. You use your platinum card, you need 4 IDs, then use a nigga. If your skin is brown just like me, then use a nigga. Got a promotion and a fat ass raise, you still a nigga. You from the islands and your peoples was enslaved, you a nigga. No matter how much your ass get paid, you still a nigga. Shot by the cops at a traffic stop, cause you's a nigga. End quote.
Wow. That shit was dope. And with the exception of the recent, eat the booty, gang thing, Trick Daddy has always come correct, bro. He's always come correct.
Trick got
Facts.
bars. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
But that sums it up perfectly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's what affluent, famous, rich and famous black people some fail to understand. I would say some because not all. There's a lot of, great black athletes that actually take a stance and mean something and know exactly what their skin represents no matter how much money they make. But there's some that just get lost and don't understand that, your fortune, your fame, your notoriety, that shit is fleeting. You're only as good to white folks, some white folks, not all white folks. I can't lump them all together because that's not fair. Until you kill Anna Nicole and Ron Goldman. You're only as good to them until you start murdering them. That's really what it boils down to.
It's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous, man. I'm like just looking. I'm looking like on these blogs and stuff, and I'm just seeing just the a natural divide among the country, and it's just sad to see, man. There's so many other things in life to worry about, and I feel like we should have overcame this by now, guys. We should be a little bit further along by now. But man,
how are we still worrying about race shit now?
It's 2017, and we're still talking about race.
Still talking about race. Still on this us versus them shit. Still. And I hate to say it. And I hate to... No, I don't hate to say it. Who am I kidding? I don't hate to say this. It's really white folks that are continuing to perpetuate this hate and racism. Obviously, not all white folks. I'm talking about white folks in certain areas of this country that still have this superiority complex, that hated nothing more than to see a powerful black man in the White House. And to make sure that never happens again, they vote for the whitest president we've ever had to rule this country, to be the leader of the free world. They would rather that guy be in the White House than something more progressive to push this nation forward. And the sad part about it is some of these people, yeah, possibly, that's damn near a guarantee. And the sad part about it is some of these people voted for Barack Obama. But I guess they didn't realize how racist they were until they saw him on behind that podium, signing bills into law and representing this country. See, the thing about Barack Obama is Barack Obama did represent this country, the new country that we live in, the browning of this country. And not browning like people black and brown are taking over. No, if you mix all of us, like if you put all black people, all Latino people, all Asian people, all white people, you put all of us in a blender, and we're only talking about skin here, not blood and guts. You mix it all together, we're going to come to like a brownish smoothie. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody mixed together is going to create the browning of this country, and that is a very difficult thing for some white folks to stomach. And that's unfortunate because this will only be a beautiful place. This will only be a beautiful country once we get past our own personal hang-ups and irrational hate and discrimination and phobias of one another. That's the only way. If not, then this is going to go on for the next few hundred years. If the planet exists this long, it's going to go on for the next several hundred years, and we're never going to progress.
Yeah, and I mean, like, equality and, civil rights, it would only make the world a better place. But who needs that shit, right? Why? Nobody wants this world to be a better place. Yeah, who cares about the future for our children? It's about now. So, man. So, just before we go to the next topic, NFL players don't even worry about it anymore, guys. Hey, but you know what? Let's do another ice bucket challenge. Y'all do that, and we'll just worry about fighting for equality, guys. Keep doing your thing. Let people actually give a fuck about the progression of this country. We'll take that, man. So you guys just go ahead and throw and run the football around and buy jewelry and get CTE and not be a functioning 40-year-old. So go for it. Yeah, it's all about the game, guys. All about the game. Yeah. So speaking of the game, switching gears here, we're talking about sports. Shout out to the game. Shout out to the game, man. He's been kind of low key, hasn't he? I haven't really heard too much from him. Yeah. Lately. Hey, I saw a video of the game playing at the Drew League, and gang picked up a few. Like he's swole? He's fat. You lying. I think that's why he's been incognito. It's because the game looked a little Rick Rossish. Hey, man, it happens, man. It happens. That's surprising, though, because as much as he hoops, you think he could never get chubby. But, when you eat good. Yeah, you would think. Yeah. Shout out to the game anyway. Yeah, man. But anyway, sorry. We're going to stay on sports here. We're going to talk about the recent signing of Dwyane Wade to the Cavaliers. Now, me and you were we had a quick convo with some other friends earlier today. So we're going to take this shit to the streets. And do you want to start or should I start? No, I want you to start so you can get all of your irrational thoughts and wrong thinking out of the way. Okay. So we can wrap this up with some correct thinking. All right, fair enough. I get it. So first off, let me say this. I'm college educated. I can do mathematics. Okay. Hey, Donald Trump went to college too, Ivy League school. So you can no longer brag on education these days. I'll put in the work. He paid his way through. I'll put in the work, bro. But here's the thing, man. I get it. Okay, so to recap for the listeners who don't know, D Wade signed with the Cavs, reunited with Bron, and what did he sign for? $2.5 million, right?
Right.
The Cavaliers organization is paying D Wade $2.5 million. Okay. Now he's still getting paid by the Chicago Bulls. I think he's getting what, 20?
Around 18 million or so.
Oh, 18 million? Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
So he's making over 20 million this season. No one's arguing that. I get it.
It took you a while to get that, though.
It did. It really did. And that's what I was saying. But you guys kept saying he's making more than that. I was like, I get that. But the Cavaliers are paying him $2.5 million. The Cavs. We're on the same page. Okay, I get it. My thing is this, bro. I get D Wade wants to reunite with Bron, no matter what. That's his homie. I get it. I kind of get it. Okay? But from my perspective, how many times you going to take a pay cut to join Bron? Your legacy's already solidified. My thing is, why not just make a couple extra more dollars, $1 to $2 million, right? Go somewhere else and just kind of chill and coast. I don't get it. I get he's trying to chase a championship, but let's be honest. The Cavaliers aren't going to win the championship. No one is beating the Golden State Warriors. Nobody.
Please let me know when I'm allowed to interject. Please let me know when I can interject.
Go ahead right now. Go ahead.
All right. So you said, why not go somewhere and make some more money and coast?
Yeah.
My question is, how much more money? That's the first question. How much more money?
Any more is better, right? I don't know. I guess he could have signed with the Spurs and guys, don't quote me on the exact numbers here, okay? But he could have signed with the Spurs for, I think, $4.4 million. I think that was like the best. But the Warriors also contacted him as well. But they would have had to do a lot of things to make that happen.
They would have to sign him for the vet minimum as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're talking a matter of maybe $2 million,
mm-hmm.
which, when we're talking about millions in the big scheme of things after taxes, that extra $2 million, that extra $1.9 million is not going to mean very much. And
mm-hmm.
also, if he's going to sign in the Western Conference with the Spurs or anyone else, OKC or anyone else, he is asking for a first or second round exit. Right off the bat. If he's not signing with anybody but the Warriors, which D Wade is not going to sign with the Warriors. The Warriors to D Wade, from LeBron, by proxy, is the enemy. D Wade is not heartless KD. And I don't mean heartless in the good, like, killer kind of way. I mean, like, he's got a jelly donut in place of a heart. D Wade's not going to do that.
Okay, let me
signing
interject
with the Cavs.
Let me interject really quick. Let me interject. Okay, listen. My only thing, I'm looking at it from like a standpoint of just, and don't get me wrong, I fucks with D Wade heavy. There was a couple games where D Wade played where he was the only one on the Heat, literally, and he was just taking over. He was balling. He was Jordan-like in these games. He'll forever have my respect. Okay. But my thing is this: how much more money you gonna lose, D Wade, for Bron? Okay, you took a pay cut for Bron and Bosh to come over there. Okay, that 2010. He opted out. Okay, then he re-signed in 2014 for less money to ensure everyone could stay together, and Bosh got that $118 million deal, right? And It turns out, because Bron ended up leaving, right, he lost $10 million. He lost $10 million. He lost $10 million. He lost $10 million for a dude that he came over there. D Wade didn't even know he was coming over. He's like, homie, come over. Hey, I'm going to make room. I'll make sure everything's good. Okay? How many times are you going to sacrifice?
Why is D Wade's money? Why is D Wade's money more important to you than it is to him?
But that was my point. That was the point of the conversation. You guys kept talking. See, I was just saying, I don't know if I could continue to be like, hey, man, I want to be with my friends. I'm just keep taking less money. I don't know if I could do that when the championship's already there. The banner's already there. The Hall of Fame induction's already done.
But it's about competing. It's about competing right now, not about competing in the past. It's about competing right now for a championship. He's looking at the 2017-2018 season.
I disagree.
Well, he's got to
all about
be.
the money.
Otherwise,
it's all about the money. It's all about the money.
It's not. It was all about the money last year because he knew the Chicago Bulls weren't going nowhere. That's why he signed for I think it was like 23, 24 million.
Yeah,
that's why he didn't sign with the Heat.
They dropped the bag.
That's why he didn't re-sign with the Heat, because it was for money. But that had nothing to do with competing. He knew that they didn't stand a chance. And he knew he had to get that money before it's all said and done. He's obviously happy with where he is right now, so he can sign for the $2.5 million vet minimum. What it boils down to, what you're failing to realize, what it boils down to is, I don't know what order this is, but I'll say A, competing for a championship. What better chance does he have to do that than with the Cavs? And let's be completely honest. Yeah, the Warriors are the best team in the NBA. They're the defending champs. They've got insane firepower. But the Cavs are not that. The Cavs are right there. The Warriors aren't that much better than the Cavs.
Okay, really I have to stop you there.
Wait, no. Let me clarify that. Think about this. Yeah, the Cavs got beat 4-1, right? That would imply that there is a huge talent gap. Where the Warriors are better than the Cavs is they are better consistent shooters than the Cavs. If the Cavs were consistently as good as shooting-wise as the Warriors are, they are it's a toss-up. It is really a toss-up. Remember Game 3 of the NBA Finals where the Cavs basically shit the bed and the Warriors came back and won? We're talking a potential either 2-1 lead or 2-2 lead that changes the course of the series. Who knows what – and I hate hypotheticals in sports, but who knows what would have happened in the series if it was tied 2-2. The Warriors might have likely have won, but the talent gap is not so wide as to where the Cavs can't compete. So now with the Cavs' current roster, I think the Cavs are better this year on paper. The Cavs are better for this upcoming season than they were last year. They upgraded in some positions. They got IT. They got Jay Crowder. They got Derrick Rose. And now they have Jose Calderon. Now they got Dwyane Wade. Their second five is damn near as good as a lot of teams' starting five now. The Cavs give Dwyane Wade the best chance at winning a championship on a team that's not the Warriors. And even you're talking about going to the Spurs, or like, why go out west and lose to the Warriors instead of going to the East and winning in the finals, winning in the Eastern Conference and going to the finals and having a legitimate shot at beating the Warriors? Because as long as you're playing with LeBron James, you have a legitimate shot to win a championship. We've seen it. So
okay, I hear you, man. I hear you, but I got to stop you there. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. You're saying is talent-wise, the Warriors aren't that much better than the Cavs. Okay.
It's not that gap is not as wide as a lot of people would like to think.
Okay. I hear you. But the issue here is I know what the Warriors can do. Okay? And they're the same team coming back from last year, except KD got a whole year under his belt. There's a lot of question marks with the Cavs, bruh. IT ain't going to be there until January. We don't know what happens with Derrick Rose from season to season, or actually week to week, okay? We don't know. We really don't. And to be fair, and I say this with the utmost respect, D-Wade's the homie. If the Cavs get Chicago Bulls D-Wade, bruh, they're not beating the Warriors. Them not beating the Warriors.
All right.
So,
have you ever been?
And you mentioned Jose
at the
Calderon.
park?
Come on, kill that shit.
Have you ever? Wait. Jose Calderon is a very serviceable guard in the NBA. I'm not saying he's like top 5 or top 10. No. You don't even think about shitting on Jose Calderon.
Bruh.
Jose Calderon is a hooper.
Bruh. I respect you mentioning Jay Crowder, but to throw in Jose Calderon in there, nah, he shouldn't be part of that mix. Nah. You didn't even mention JR. You put Jose over JR.
Well, I was talking about the new guys. I only named new guys.
Okay.
What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. But the Cavs give Dwyane Wade the best shot at winning. And about the Chicago Bulls Dwyane Wade. He doesn't have to be that Dwyane Wade. Dwyane Wade does not have to. Dwyane Wade is not going to be a primary anything for the Cavs. He doesn't even have to be the secondary anything. Neither does Derrick Rose. You're asking these guys these great players or formerly great players that still have a lot of talent in them. Derrick Rose averaged, 18 points last year? On a shitty team? Where he had to work twice as hard to get that 18 points? You're asking
we're not talking about ability. We're not talking about ability when it comes to D. Rose. Never ability. We're talking if he can stay on the court.
We're talking about fragility. Yeah, you're talking about fragility. And if you're Derrick Rose is going to have a lot less stress put on his body, and so is Dwyane Wade. The only guy's health, in my opinion, that you always have to worry about because he gives you so many minutes, he gives you so much, is LeBron James. That's the only guy's health you really have to be concerned with.
But okay, and I agree. But the only thing, and when we're talking, it's just a lot of ifs on that Cavaliers team. That's what I'm saying. You guys lost. They lost a killer. They did. They lost a fourth quarter.
Of course.
Okay.
I
already know what the Warriors can do. I don't know what this Cavaliers team is going to end up doing. I really don't. And you don't know either. And that's a problem. We don't know. But I agree.
I love Kyrie. I love Kyrie Irving. I think he's extremely talented.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyrie Irving, those scoring in spurts and whatnot, like, Kyrie Irving's also kind of a ball stopper too. So imagine spreading Kyrie Irving's those fourth quarters around where you can spread the ball between 2 or 3 other people that can get you the same amount of production, but you keep the defense on their heels because they're not necessarily sure who's going to be the X factor for that game. That's also a huge advantage. The Cavs on paper, because we haven't seen them, and that's the ifs that you might be talking about. The Cavs are better on paper this upcoming season than they were last season. So, and again, when I talk about the talent gap not being so wide, the Cavs were a worse team the first year they lost to the Warriors in 6 games. They came back, won it that next year with relatively the same team, but except Kyrie and Kevin Love being back, came back and won it in 7 games. They lost in 5 games this past season when the Warriors had to add Kevin Durant, and the gap was not that wide. They get better on paper, and the Warriors they added Nick Young to the roster. I think I can't say whether or not that they are going to beat the Warriors. I still think the Warriors are the best team in the NBA, but they closed the gap enough to make it interesting. So, and back to Dwyane Wade and the LeBron James thing, just to put a stamp on it. Have you ever been at the park or playing for your school's team, and you and your homeboy are on the team? Both of y'all can hoop, and for whatever reason, when he's on the court with you, you're reinvigorated. Like you got some pep in your step. Because now you're playing with your boy, you're running the lanes a little harder, you're a little more explosive, everything's just a lot more fun. There's nothing like playing with your friend on the court. Because you can have that competitiveness that you guys already have, and you have that camaraderie and that synergy, and it's just different. It's fun. ESPN has been playing all these LeBron and D-Wade highlights from Miami Heat years, and you can just tell that was special because of their personal relationship. Add that, couple that with, because I think on paper, this Cavs team was better than those Miami Heat championship teams. So couple that with like a better team, and I think even though Dwyane Wade's older, he's not the same Dwyane Wade even from those years. I think the Cavs are gonna be all right, man. And I think Dwyane Wade signing with the Cavs, I think it made the most sense for him.
Okay, all right. Now, again, I think this is where the disconnect happened in the conversation earlier, right?
Because you're not good at math. We've established.
We're talking. You guys are living. Like you brought up the pickup game, analogy, right? And I think that's the problem, right? Like I'm coming at you as just like as a man that's just. I feel as though I've sacrificed, and I'm talking as if I'm D-Wade. If I was D-Wade, this would be my logic. As a man, I feel like I've sacrificed enough money, enough blood, sweat, and tears, where it's just like, I want an easy ring. Let me go. If I want an easy ring, I don't really care about the money. I just go to Warriors. Be one of the old vets coming off the bench, just get a ring. That's the real ring.
Enemy. That's the enemy, though.
Well, you also know what's the enemy. You know, also knows the enemy, bruh. Getting beat in the finals when you're at Miami, and then just going to Cleveland, going back home. I would have been like, bruh.
You can't think for a second that LeBron just picked up and left without telling his best friend before it was going to happen. You don't really believe that.
Okay. All right. And this is the problem I'm having with you guys, man. This is the problem I'm having. You guys are saying, best friend. Hey, listen, me and you are best friends, bro. Okay. But the thing with our relationship is, it's equal. I don't know any best friend relationships that are one-sided, where one best friend is always sacrificing everything.
We're talking about basketball. We're not talking about a personal relationship.
Well, what is it? Are we talking about? If we're talking about basketball, no. To the Warriors.
No. I'm talking about how their relationship goes. They can understand one another making basketball relations. And wait, hold on. Why am I explaining this? Obviously, D-Wade is cool with it. If D-Wade, him being a man, him being his own man, I've never ever equated D-Wade with being a beta male. If D-Wade is cool with it, why aren't you?
But that's his prerogative.
D-Wade has never come across as a bitter guy in any press conferences or interviews talking about how much he sacrificed for LeBron. He never talked about that. D-Wade is cool with his $2.5 million from the Cavs,
right.
And he's cool with playing with his boy. So why is that your concern if it's not his?
I don't give a fuck, bruh. All I'm saying is, for me, I prefer friendships to be 50-50. That's the way I was raised. I'm not gonna do 20-80. I'm not. Okay.
How is their friendship not 50-50? Tell me how their friendship not 50-50. What? LeBron
left that man.
always
left
comes
that man
over
in Miami
to D-Wade's house.
Bruh.
So LeBron's always going over to D-Wade's house, and he never brings the beer. D-Wade's always got to bring the beer.
Bron made that man play in Miami all by himself with Bosh and Haslam. Put 3 extra years on that man's body, bruh.
D-Wade was already in Miami by himself before Bron got there.
But D-Wade already had rings, bruh. Bron needed D-Wade more than D-Wade needed Bron. D-Wade already had rings.
You've got to be kidding me. D-Wade would have never won another ring if it wasn't for Bron.
But he already had rings. He already had rings.
Ring. This can't be a serious. All right, you can't be serious.
Wait. D-Wade was already an NBA champion, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
But he wanted to be a champion again.
But what I'm saying is his legacy was already solid, bro. Before Bron got to Miami, there was all this chatter about, can Bron win a ring? When is he going to win a ring? Is he ever going to win a ring? Therefore, it's safe to conclude before Bron came to Miami, Bron needed D Wade. Bron needed another player to help him, right? Which is no disrespect to Bron. Everyone needs help, but Bron got rings because of D Wade. He got his first rings because of D Wade.
And D Wade got his second and third ring because of LeBron.
Okay. But if the shit never happened, right, and if they never played together in Miami, and they continue to go on their careers, if basketball stopped before Bron went to Miami, D Wade would have been a 2-time champion, and Bron would have had 0 rings. Correct?
D Wade would have been a 2-time champion.
I'm sorry. He would have been I'm tripping, 1-time champion, and he would have had, and his legacy was already solid. That's what I'm saying. It's not like
that argument means nothing though. That doesn't even mean anything. They joined together in Miami so they could win together. They needed each other. Bron needed Wade. Wade needed Bron, and we can go ahead and say they needed Bosh too.
But I hear you on that. But what I'm saying is, it wasn't 2 NBA champions joining forces at that time. D Wade was already. There was no more questions. He was already an NBA champion. There was all of these questions surrounding Bron. They both helped each other out. I get it. But if the careers ended that day before they even got to play Miami, that would have been a black cloud hanging over Bron's career that he never won a fucking ring. Correct?
Right.
Okay. All I'm saying is this. I just feel as though friendships are 50-50. And I just feel like after a hard game, right? Here's a scenario for you. After a hard game, playing the first game as Cleveland Cavalier teammates, both D Wade and Bron go to the locker room and dope up some Gatorade. D Wade has his Gatorade, Bron has his Gatorade, you know?
No, Bron would have his Powerade. Oh,
yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah. And right before they both take a sip, Bron's like, "Hey, D Wade, give me a Gatorade, man." D Wade be like, "Oh shit, hey, here you go, Bron."
You
thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
You got this shit so
thirsty
wrong.
as hell. Thirsty as hell.
You got this shit so wrong. If anything, they're sharing a Gatorade.
You know, they're
sharing a Gatorade.
The reporters be like, "Hey, D Wade, I mean, why'd you give Bron your Gatorade, bro? Aren't you thirsty too? I mean, you played the game too, and you did well as well." It's like, "Oh, man, hey, well, we're brothers, man." And Bron like, "Yeah, we brothers." Yeah, we brothers.
Wow. You got that.
That's come on, bro.
Hey,
that's the way it is.
Do me a favor. Just go ahead and just say, "Yeah, I don't like LeBron." Just say you don't like LeBron, because this sounds like more anti-LeBron, and you feel sorry for Wade. You feel sorry for Wade for something he doesn't even feel sorry for himself. And to your point, D Wade had a championship before Bron. He got 2 with Bron.
Mm-hmm.
And then now Bron has 1 without him. So now they're even.
Oh. Okay. They're even. All right. Oh, man. Look, bro, I get it. Bron is an incredible talent. He's an incredible talent. I get it, right? But I don't care how good you are as a basketball player. If you do fuck shit, I think you deserve to get called on fuck shit. That's all I'm saying. Bron is not. You guys get.
I'm just trying to figure out what
like
fuck shit Bron was doing.
Bruh, come on. Look, listen, bro. Listen. Bron does a lot of fuck shit in the media. Ask Kevin Love. You know what? Let's have Kevin Love talk about this, and let's ask Kevin Love. Hey, do Bron look kind of low key do fuck shit? I mean, I know he's a great player, but do he low key do fuck shit sometimes? Right? What do you think Kevin Love would say if of course, you know, he wasn't censored by the media? But yeah, he do some fucked up shit sometimes, right? That's all I'm saying. Call it on it. Call that. Like I said in the earlier conversation, a lot of people didn't believe Jordan was an asshole in the 90s. It took fucking Chameleon there to come out and say something. But everybody said, "Oh no, the Jordan rules are crazy. He's a god. He's good at basketball, so he must be an amazing person." Nah, bruh. Jordan was an asshole and still is an asshole. It's a fact, right? And that's
But
all I'm
I
saying.
think everybody knew MJ was an asshole, though. I think we wanted to believe he was. I think we wanted to believe he wasn't, but that does not necessarily mean that he wasn't.
But I'm saying, look, I'm a basketball fan too, but I'm not gonna be blinded by a dude's talent. Like, I had an issue when Bron said that shit about everybody got to go back to their normal lives, and I'm LeBron James. Yeah, was it correct? Absolutely. But LeBron ain't got to say that shit. That's some fuck shit, bro. That's all I'm saying.
That's frustration from losing, man. That's not a fun thing to say. Wait, hold on.
After that man gave up in that finals, Hey,
he had that was a fuck shit like performance. I'll give you that. But you're talking about a man who just lost, who likely knew he played like shit, and you're asking him questions about why they lost. He's not going to give you a great answer. He's not going to give you an answer that's going to make you feel good about the question. He's going to bite back, because that's in a moment, man. Like, I understand any player that says some shit like that.
Bro, he shitted on America, bruh. He shitted on America. Come on, man. He shitted on the working class, bruh. Come on, man. I get
shit would get you elected president these days, so I can't necessarily say he was wrong.
Hey, Bron for president, bro. Yeah.
I know you wouldn't vote for him, though.
But the thing is, all I'm saying is, I'm not a Bron hater. He's amazing talent. Shit. When I catch a couple of games, I root for the dude. He's 6'8", 250, running over people like he a running back. It's pretty cool to see. But I'm not going to get blinded by his talent and not call him out on shit when he do fuck shit. That's like if Michael Jordan's a GOAT. But if Michael Jordan was hanging out with us and he was talking shit, I'm like, hey, Mike, you getting kind of disrespectful, bro. That's some fuck shit, man. We just trying to hang out with you, man. We just trying to hang out with you. You know what I mean?
Yo,
but y'all
Mike
would be
say
like,
whatever the fuck he wants to say.
That's the fucking problem. Y'all like, what's Mike, man? It's Mike, let's not, I mean, you know, the nigga can fly. Bruh, he's doing some fuck shit right now. And that's all I'm trying to say, man. I feel as though, and no disrespect to D-Wade again, he's the homie. I just feel like if I'm in D-Wade's situation, I'm like, you know, this one-sided best friend BFF thing, kind of over it, man. I kind of just want to get as much money as I can, or go get an easy ring and do my own thing. But when Bron call, D-Wade gonna come. When Bron call, D-Wade gonna come. I'm telling you, man. But whatever.
Hey,
whatever, man.
Did D-Wade call and LeBron came to Miami?
D-Wade didn't make that call?
Bron made that call.
Bron called.
Come on,
Bron
man.
Called.
Come on. You can't have
Bron
it both
called.
ways.
Bron made that call.
Bron called D-Wade to join D-Wade's team? That doesn't sound right.
Bron made that call, bro. D-Wade wasn't really thinking about
All right,
Bron.
well, show me the receipts.
I'm gonna show you a text message, man. D-Wade text me. But yeah, man. In conclusion,
we got to move on from this, because we're not going to see eye to eye. I'm willing to agree to disagree.
Oh man. All right, man. All right. What's next, man?
Hey, but since this shit is kind of funny, it's a funny conversation to have. I was thinking the other day, like, what are some of the greatest hood comedies? Like, what's one of the greatest, like, if you were to rank, like, the top 3 hood comedies,
top 3,
what would they be? Top 3 hood comedies.
Man, that's a tough one. I mean, you got to include Friday. You got to.
Friday, I'd say Friday's number 1.
Friday got to be number 1, man. It got to be number 1. The question is, what's 2 and 3? That's the big question.
Yeah. It gets hard. It gets very difficult after that.
Matter of fact, what is number 2, bro?
All right. So for me, and I'm not sure if this would be 2 or 3, but for your boy, I'm going with Bebe's Kids. Bebe's Kids was one of the greatest animated hood comedies the world has ever seen. Shout out to Robert Harris, rest in peace. But Robin Harris was hilarious. But Baby's Kids was my shit.
Oh man, okay. I really, really do feel you on that. I don't know if that's number 2.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
three.
number 2.
I'm okay with being number 3.
See, okay. I don't know. Where do you put House Party?
Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7?
I know, right? It was like, I think they'd come out with another one.
House Party 1. House Party 1 for me, and that's Robin Harris was in that too. Which, if he didn't have an untimely death, Robin Harris, well, amongst a lot of comedians, they say he's one of the greatest comedians ever, but he would have been huge. House Party is in the top 3 as well. So there you go. There's my top 3.
I'm drawing a blank.
Baby's Kids, House Party.
There gotta be some more comedies, bro. There gotta be.
Oh, there's a lot of other comedies. Maybe we should have just came into this conversation with more of a list. I figured we'd just be bouncing ideas off one another.
Cause it's we don't got Eddie in there. We don't got Eddie in any of those.
Eddie didn't really make hood comedies. Like, Eddie was Hollywood. Now, he made great movies, obviously. Great movies. But that was like Hollywood.
Hey, but is House Party a hood? You know what I mean? Is that? I hear your Baby's Kids.
I think House Party is more like a kind of an esoteric film. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a widely known, widely watched comedy. I don't personally believe so. I mean, I'm willing to, and I think Friday blew up. You know what I'm saying? I think it took Friday like years after it was made to actually blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a huge success right off the bat.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I feel like we are missing a lot of comedy, bro. that are better.
Yeah. How about this?
The House Party.
How about this? Let's come back to this. And if any of our followers or listeners would like to tweet out us some hood comedies that we are likely missing, please feel free to do so.
Yeah.
And we're talking about like low budget films, not huge productions, because I would just classify those as just really good comedy. But something a little low budget. Yeah.
Like
low
janky
budget promoters.
Yeah.
Have you seen Janky Promoters?
I have seen that. Yeah.
That's low budget. That was a good one.
You know who came out a lot? Was pushing out a lot of low budget shit back in the day? Master P. Master P was coming out with movies galore. Remember that?
Yes, he was. He was dropping movies like mixtapes.
Yeah. Even had Snoop in there in a couple of them. Remember when Snoop signed a No Limit? Good God.
I was just talking about that recently with somebody. That was the most random signing of any major artist to any record label in the history of rap music.
It made no sense. But yeah. And I was kind of surprised, because we weren't really in hip hop like that. You know, we were still kids, man, pretty much. But am I tripping to think couldn't Snoop have? Why did Snoop have to sign to No Limit? Couldn't he just kind of did his own thing at that point, right?
Man, I'm pretty sure it had a lot to do with how much they gave him.
Yeah. Dang,
and it's all about the almighty dollar.
Yeah. Speaking of No Limit, shout out to Silk the Shocker. Hey, bro. I saw Silk the Shocker play hoop. Dude can ball, bro. He's not better than Master P, but he's a baller.
Yeah, well, he can probably play basketball a lot better than he can rap, because Silk the Shocker was garbage as a rapper. I don't care what nobody said. I always thought Silk the Shocker was whack. He never rapped on beat. He had a terrible voice. He had a terrible flow. Silk the Shocker was whack.
And he'd be quadruple platinum. He'd be quadruple platinum right now. But,
You're right. But that song with Maya, Moving On, Oh,
You
shout
got
out
yeah.
to Maya. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
shout
one of my
out to
first.
Maya.
I bought that album. Oh, wearing that bucket hat on the cover with the black spaghetti strap and the brown skirt. Oh, Maya.
Maya don't age,
Yeah,
bro. Maya look exactly the same, except just a little thicker. Just a tad thicker.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
Maya. So,
Yeah. Can we can we take a moment of silence for Maya? Let's just think about
I
that.
would
Quick.
love to.
All right, let's do it. Okay, we're back. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Prime Maya.
Oh yeah. I hope she's doing all right. You know, I haven't heard much about her in quite some time. I hope she's doing all right.
Yeah, man. She been kind of ghost. From what I heard, she still perform every now and then. I guess she's just performing throwbacks. Yeah, bro.
Good. Because I heard Maya was kind of a toss around in Hollywood too, but that's a whole nother subject that I don't want to talk about.
Hey, while we're on music and hip hop, one of our homies, shout out to Arzy, he brought this up a couple of days ago. You know, we were talking about the Cardi B takeover, right? And
hey, she's so popular that we don't like her, but we talk about her. That is popularity for that ass. Shout out to Cardi B, and I mean that not facetiously.
Yeah, no disrespect. I don't know how you're doing it, but yeah, shout out to Cardi B. And he brought up a good, interesting point. Like, Cardi B, as far as I know, prior to this rap endeavor, she wasn't really rapping. All right, I mean, she wasn't really like a goal. What goes through the head of Nicki Minaj? Because
right now,
look,
what is she thinking now that Cardi B's popping?
Exactly, and the whole thing that like here's Cardi B just Billboard #1, hanging out with Lauryn Hill. She's up there with Lauryn Hill now, and it's like Nicki Minaj put in years. You know what I mean? Years to get here. Years, bruh, of writing and trying to prove herself among men, and then Cardi B just comes on the scene like, oh yeah, I'm #1. What do you do if you're Nicki Minaj? Is Nicki Minaj's time just up? I mean, is it the Cardi B era? What happens?
If this was the streets, Cardi B would have had a hit out on her. Yeah, that's just real. Nicki Minaj would money on Cardi B's head. But Nicki Minaj, see, these are treacherous waters to navigate because Nicki Minaj can't anything that's gonna make her sound like a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like she can't go the Azalea Banks route. Azalea Banks is a miserable woman. Anybody that's popping, she goes out of her way to hate. So Nicki Minaj can't take Azalea Banks route. She's got to be more. This should just drive Nicki to be more aggressive and get back to rapping and less about a gimmick. She's fucking Nas now, so please fucking some bars into her.
So what you're saying is this may bring out the best Nicki Minaj we've seen as far as lyrics and records. I mean, not to say Nicki Minaj is, on this iconic level, but she has bars every now and then. She's a rapper. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I would never listen to the new rejuvenated version of Nicki Minaj. I would never listen, but I imagine for those who do listen to her, they will hear some aggression, some just straight hip hop from her. I imagine she would, and if I was Nicki Minaj too, I would jabs at Cardi, check her temperature, set the tone. I would. And I would love Cardi B to reply. Then we might, and I'm not talking about some you don't got to make no Sheether. Shout out to Remy Ma, who I think Sheether was one of the dopest female battle rap tracks I've ever heard. But
agreed.
I think he should, throw some friendly jabs out there. Like, yeah, we're sparring for this number one spot. Who's the number one chick in hip hop? I think they should go at it. I would love.
Yeah,
and
50 would say, like competitive actual of
better be on their game.
Yeah. Competition, man. Yeah. Now what I'm about to ask you is going to be alarming because I just literally came up with this due to the whole Cardi B takeover, right? And me and you've been hip hop fans for a very, very, very long time, man. And we've seen the trends come and go, right? So we've seen just it's all about the lyrics, it's all about the punchlines, and it got back to the gangster rap, then it got back to just trap music, right? And then you had people were just like, man, I just do this for the check, for the hustle, right? And now we're in the era of I guess mumble rap, okay, that's taken over. Here's the thing that I don't think anyone's thinking about here. Me and you always say, man, these dudes ain't even trying to rap anymore. They're not even rapping anymore. And my concern is, what if the next trend is they don't rap? What if it's just, hey, I'm just a personality,
and then
let me put out a rap album? Like what I'm saying is, like, Cardi B wasn't a rapper prior to this. She was a stripper VH1 reality star. What if that's the trend? What if it's just I'm an entertainer and I'm just going to put out a rap album just because? I have no business being in the booth. But y'all know I'm not supposed to rap, but y'all like me, so y'all going to buy the album. Is that what's coming up? Is just we're going to just see a whole bunch of reality stars or famous people? Is Kim Kardashian going to come out with a rap album and it's going to go quadruple platinum because she's just Kim Kardashian? Is that the state of hip-hop? Is that where we're going to go? Think about that, man.
I've been thinking about it ever since you posed the question. Yeah, I can see it going because this genre is the most fickle genre of all time. And the younger it gets, I don't want to sound like an old head, but I think I am now, is the younger that these rappers get, the younger that this genre gets, the worse it's going to be, because we live in such an instant gratification kind of time where, and people have really short attention spans, is they just want something hot, something to give their 8 to 12 second video on Instagram and say, hey, to while they're sticking out their tongue with the puppy faces and shit. Like, that's all they're looking for. Something that's just hot for the moment. They're not listening to rap music for the content anymore or the quality of it. It's just music with a few catchy phrases that get repeated that they can hashtag and tweet about, but it's not about anything that's, so, so yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I don't doubt that the next, I'm pretty sure Kanye and Kim are in the studio right now, cooking Kardashian bar.
Yeah. The album's gonna be called, the debut album's gonna be called Special K. And go ahead and put that bullshit out. You'll do 50 numbers. Might as well. Here's the problem I have, man. I've been listening to hip hop.
They're gonna go double. She's gonna go double uranium.
That's ridiculous, man.
And she's gonna be butt ass naked on the.
Oh, of course. Oh, anything less would be uncivilized. Of course. Here's the thing. I all I know is hip hop. Like, I don't listen to R&B. All I listen to is hip hop rap, right? And I've been a fan for a number of years, damn near over 20 years, man. Okay. What alarms me is the past 2-3 years, every day, the past 2-3 years, at least once a day, I've considered making a rap album. That's fucking horrible, bruh. It shouldn't be that way. I shouldn't think about, like, I might as well just go in the studio today, put out an album. It should be like, I can't rap. What am I doing? That's the way it should be. Like how we all wake up and be like, there's no way we can make it to the NBA. It used to be like that.
Yeah, you're making a very good point. Is, we used to look up to these professionals, basketball players, football players, hockey players, tennis players, and we saw them as supreme and superb athletes in peak physical condition, the ones that have just put in an obscene amount of hours of practice to perfect their craft. Imagine, and rap used to be the same. We used to look up to rappers the same way. Guys that would spin, and women, because, MC Light was dope, Latifah was dope. That we just knew that these people really gave a shit about the genre, about the culture, and about what they love. Imagine just some random motherfucker pick up a basketball and tomorrow he's in the NBA. And he's not just in the NBA, he's starting. And he's not just starting, he is the biggest star in the world. And he's not even good. And then another one pops up. And then another. And before you know it, the whole league is full of them. And guys are actually good at coming off the bench for these guys.
Yeah.
Imagine
and it's getting to the point where guys don't even know how to dribble. Guys don't know how to dribble. And they're starting.
But they're very entertaining. Look, a unique, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine that. Because I'm talking about the guys like LeBron. Like, I'm saying, like, talent is going to be, or is, a thing of the past. A love for the craft is a thing of the past. They're just, again, raping the culture, taking the money and running, and not having any sort of respect for the genre. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, and at one particular point, I looked in the mirror. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm hating. And hey man, I really tried to give it a go. I tried to listen to this new shit. I really did. Can't do it. I went Mike Singletary. Can't do it. Can't win. I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it. Now that's not everyone. I fucks with Kendrick. I do like J. Cole, right? Big Sean every now and then.
Well, those are rappers, man.
But they are part of the new school, man. But at one particular point, the whole rap demographic was talented. And it's like now it's 2% are actually talented. And the rest are just, what are they? I guess entertainers. They're just, I don't know what they are.
I don't know how you rap. I don't know how you do anything professionally and not want to be the best.
Preach.
Why play if you don't want to be the
best? But okay, I kind of change the subject here a little bit, but I wanted to ask you, hey man, are you a fan of Chance the Rapper?
We talked about this already.
Did you hear his new record?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, your boy Joe Budden, he went berserk talking about Chance's new song. I don't even know what the bullshit is called, but bruh, I don't even know the name, but dude is literally on some Maya Angelou shit. Like it's like butterfly said goodbye, honeybee saying hi. It's some shit like that, man. And what's gonna
like it's good or it's bad?
No, Joe Budden was like, this shit's horrible, this shit's trash. And then of course you had some other guys in there saying, oh no, this is it's different. It's different. He's going another direction. He's exploring his art.
Well,
just because something's different don't mean it's dope.
We also live in a time where it's cool to like stuff, even because you want to be accepted, so you gotta say something's dope. So, man, I'm sure it's trash. I don't know if I'll human and give you my honest opinion about it, but yeah, that's those are the times we live in, man.
No, but here's the thing. You must listen to it, and you must discuss it on the next call. You must. You must. It's ass, bruh. It's ass, man. It's trash, and I think it's already gaining some momentum. So we'll see. We'll see. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, again, these are dangerous times we're living in, man. And extremely interesting times because it doesn't. I just don't like living in a place where it's, where talent no longer matters. I want people to be talented at what they do, and I guess maybe talent is subjective.
Man, maybe so, man. Maybe we just don't have an ear for things anymore. I don't know, man. I'm completely lost, man. I'm completely lost when it comes to this. Lost for words, bro.
Well, we're old heads, man.
I always thought old heads would be mid to late 30s, man. I mean, we didn't have time. It turned to trash too quick. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, who got next? Who the hell has next? Good God.
I don't know, and I likely not listen to him, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I know, man, but we can't be listening to, we can't be 30 years old listening to dudes in their 60s. I mean, we gotta we gotta find somebody roughly around our age that we can rock to. I hope, I mean, Lloyd Banks ain't gonna rap forever. Freddie Gibbs ain't gonna rap forever.
Then I'll just listen to his old shit.
Man, you're gonna do that for so long, man.
Hey, bumping Get Rich or Die Trying today. I had to take a long drive, and I bumped Get Rich or Die Trying and The Massacre. That's how long the goddamn drive was. But yeah, I was bumping both those albums, and Get Rich or Die Trying is one of the most flawless albums I've ever. Flawless.
Yeah. It's a masterpiece, man. It's a classic. It's dope from front to back, man. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna a little bit. Something a little topical. Hugh Hefner died. The man that is responsible for most of us seeing our first pair of titties is gone.
R.I.P. to that man. Living legend. Well, former legend. R.I.P. Yeah. You know what's so dope about that though? Like, even in death, he's dope. He got buried next to Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I talked to my brother up a day. He told me something that I did not know about Hugh Hefner. Because I was on and there was these feminists going at Hugh Hefner. It's talking about he objectified women and all this shit. I'm like, did these chicks objectify themselves by posting them like how is that his fault?
Yeah, I never saw any Playboy covers with a gun to their head on those covers. Yeah.
So he told me that apparently, I guess the first cover of Playboy, or the first spread that was done was like Marilyn Monroe. And apparently those photos were obtained without her consent. And
what?
he put her in Playboy off of some pictures that he came across. Like, not pictures that she told. I had no idea. I didn't research it going off my brother told me. It's always a great source for information. Shout out to my bro. So that is some creepy shit. And so buried next to Monroe. I'm not sure what kind of relation they had, if they had one, but that's just a little creepy. So if feminists were going at him strictly off of that, I mean, they should have went at him while he was living. Don't wait till the man dies to go at him. But yeah, that shit ain't cool, and I'll say that forever. But his entire life, you can't hold him accountable for the rest of his life for that one and awful action. And I don't know
Yeah.
how the whole thing went with Marilyn Monroe. I don't know, sued him, if she got paid, if she was cool with it. I have no idea. But shit, if she was cool with it, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah, if she wasn't tripping, you know, you don't trip.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. So, hey, I'm not, a little funny to say I'm super sad that Hugh Hefner lived. Hugh Hefner didn't really have an effect on my life like that, but he was an icon. He made silk robes cool. He made his living off of being a sugar daddy for all these young, misguided, fatherless women who wanted to have sexual relations with his old ass. He made that cool. I mean, yeah, I hope heaven got a grotto.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. He's paying Playmates $8,000 a month to live in the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
They got $8,000 a month. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. to that man. R.I.P. man. But you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Every time, this is how fucked up I am, and it's the culture. But whenever I hear Marilyn Monroe, now you would think I think about that iconic scene in the movie where the white dress goes up, But unfortunately,
right.
I think of Chappelle. I think of Chappelle when he tell that joke where, that whole thing where she was like, "Happy birthday." He's like, "Bitch, my family kids are here." That was one of the funniest.
My wife was there. Yes.
Oh, she knew what she was doing.
That Marilyn Monroe fucked John Anthony. Marilyn Monroe fucked John Anthony and his brother. And nobody talks about it because no pages in history are stuck together. Oh, shout out to the GOAT.
Oh man, yeah, man. That's the first thing. When someone says Marilyn Monroe, that's the first thing I think about. Is that joke, bro? Damn shame.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Man, imagine the stories at the Playboy Mansion. Imagine how many drugs were done at the Playboy Mansion.
All kinds. Yeah.
Which leads me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of drugs out there. There's a lot of popular drugs out there. You got your Molly, you got your prescriptions, you got your Percocets, your Vicodins, your Clonopin. You got, of course, cocaine, heroin, meth. You got psychedelics, acid, much scary drugs like PCP. There's a lot of drugs out there.
Yeah.
What drugs do you want to try? If there was like no consequences, you're not gonna OD or nothing. Like, what drugs you just want to try? Which drugs you want to experiment?
Number one off the bat got to be LSD. Oh, that's easy. Number one is LSD. What are we doing? Top 10 or what are we doing?
Oh, that's a lot. Let's just go top 3. Let's go top 3.
Okay. Number one, LSD. Number 2, why not some Coke? Number 2. And number 3, I don't know. I don't know what number 3 would be. I guess there's no other drug out there that kind of like interests me.
Molly.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's do that. I'll do Molly because I haven't done it. So yeah, that'd be my 3.
Yeah. Hey, as far as I would recommend it. I don't recommend drugs. Disclaimer: drugs are bad. But if you gotta do drugs, I would say go ahead, and Molly should be on your list of drugs to do.
And what's your top 3?
My top 3, and this is like no consequence. I'm not gonna think like this because like drugs, hard drugs scare the shit. And I'm not just saying that because it sounds good. But there's some drugs that actually do scare the shit. But for the sake of the question, LSD would definitely be number 1. I find psychedelics very intriguing. let's see. I think LSD would probably be number 2 as well, but that's not fair. I'm trying to come up with different answers than you too. Are we going to include prescription drugs in there as well? Does that count?
I don't know, because I feel like that's just become the daily routine of Americans. I don't feel like we're like really, kicking it up a notch with that. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's stick to the shit where shit can get real, really quick.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say Molly. I'll just go ahead and see. Even though Molly's a pure form of ecstasy. Like, I guess that party drug. That seems interesting. Yeah, okay. I'll go there. And then, yeah, I guess it would be coke. I have this thing about like snorting shit. I don't ever want to, but since I'm just gonna take that out of the equation just for the sake of having a fun conversation about what drugs you want to try. Yeah, coke would be there. Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I told
those I would really do though, and that would be LSD. Like I would actually do that.
Yeah, if there was LSD right now, I would do it. Right, like right on this table. Yeah, I would do it right now for sure. So here's the thing. I'm totally with you on that whole snorting thing. Like, if there's like a ton of coke to snort, and it's my first time doing, like, I'd be really hesitant. The whole sniffing up your nose. I totally feel you. The only thing worse than that is dealing with the needles. Yeah. Well, no. Rock bottom is when you put needles in your shit. Yeah. Because that's crazy.
You're right.
I don't know if I could ever. I don't know how you get there. I mean, like, I'm gonna just stick some shit in my arm and just find this big ass vein in my arm and just so go direct my bloodstream. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Could never do it, man.
I wouldn't even be good at giving myself a You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be good at. I wouldn't even be good at administering myself. I need somebody to do it for me.
Yeah, I'd rather someone do it for. I look away like it's a real shot, and it's like, no, and then I'm good. Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, can you just take this in pill form? I'll smoke it.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just and aside from ruining your life and your family, aside from that, there's just too many consequences with certain drugs. Like if you smoke crack, teeth are gonna fall out of your face. If you do meth, your teeth are gonna fall out of your face and
yeah, you turn 80 overnight. You turn 80 overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Hey. And barely being able to,
yeah.
There's just too many consequences.
And the thing about heroin is like, dude, I'll never forget the day I was like 12 years old, playing basketball, and heroin junkie came on the court. All the kids started running. It was like a scene from The Walking Dead, bro. Dude, like a fucking zombie. And my grandma like get away from that man. He on that shit, And we just started running, but it was like literally like a Walking Dead. I was like, bruh, I'm never doing drugs. But then
semi-similar story. Semi-similar. On the way to church one Sunday, and we went to the church in the hood, like most black people I know did at the time. And there was this homeless man walking butt-ass naked down the street. Butt-ass naked. And I think my dad said something similar to your grandma said. It was, yeah, he's on that shit. And I'm thinking, at first I was young, so I'm like, I wonder what that shit is. Like, is that shit a drug? Like, that shit, is that what it's called? And then, later on you find out that, yes, it's likely heroin or probably crack or something. And yeah, hey, and also, I don't want to do no drugs that make you want to suck dick. Like, I don't want to do drugs that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do drugs that's going to make me compromise myself.
Yeah. For anyone who's ever seen Basketball Diaries starring Leonardo DiCaprio, yeah, you don't want to be that guy. Jeez. That's a tough scene to watch. Dude was supposed to be a baller, man. End up getting hooked on that shit, and yeah. Shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Leo. I heard Leo could be up for a role in a Joker movie.
That damn, could he pull it off? That Joker?
Can Leo pull it off? Is a pig stick pork?
Well, did you think Jared Leto did a good job in Suicide Squad? Instead of taking a fucking challenge.
It was a totally different take on the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Like it was unlike a Joker that we've ever seen. And for that, I give him a B plus, A minus.
I would give him a B minus, but it's not his fault. The movie they did him dirty. They cut out a lot of dope parts apparently.
Yeah.
But you don't think there's anyone better? Because when I don't disrespect Leo, but I always feel like there's always. Well, I guess it depends on the type of joke you're trying to go for, but I feel like you kind of got to be that guy that is a little crazy in your normal life, a little different. Because if you take the role really serious, you kind of go there. You go a little crazy.
Nah, man. That's this whole Heath Ledger, like the Heath Ledger mystery. Like Heath Ledger was in very normal movies before The Dark Knight. Very normal movies. He fell into his role and he took that role very seriously because he's a serious actor. Just like Leo. Every series he's been in, he has fully engulfed himself into that movie. He made you believe he was that character. And if he played the Joker, Leo would murder that role. I think you'd be like Heath Ledger. Leo's a better actor than period. Absolutely. Leo
I agree, but just because you're a better actor don't mean you can nail every. You may shoot and miss. That's all I'm saying. And
Leo's killed roles since Growing Pains.
Okay. Oh yeah, fuck. Yeah, man. R.I.P. Now I kind of have to disagree with you on one thing about the Heath Ledger thing about him playing safe roles. Now let's not forget it was a different time. Now Brokeback Mountain. Okay, at that time, people was like, "Hey, bruh, this kind of weird movie." To take that role at that time, that's a big risk. That's a big risk.
Yeah, I've never seen the.
Oh shit, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I've never seen the movie. I've never seen Broke.
Yeah, well, don't get it twisted. I haven't either. But, bruh, look, there's a lot of kissing going on, man, and a lot of actors wouldn't have taken that role, man. A lot of actors wouldn't have taken that role. I mean, shit, Will Smith didn't take that role when he had to kiss somebody. It's our role to do, you know, for some actors.
Yeah, some actors. Yeah. If if you can't get past the, I guess just the art of it, the art of creating a movie, getting into your role, then yeah, I understand that would be very tough for any actor.
Yeah, man. So when are you gonna take that Suicide Squad challenge, man? Huh?
We're not talking about Suicide Squad no more.
All right. Shit was trash.
Hey, man, we're not talking about Suicide Squad.
All right. Check the archives. Anyone's listening.
That point of our growth. And Suicide Squad's over a year old. Get over it.
Well, shit. They come out with some more bullshit. They come out with a part 2. They come out with another one.
And when they do, if it sucks, we'll talk about it.
Bruh, if it sucks. If it sucks. All right, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man.
Oh, all right. Sounds good, man. Pleasure talking to you, homie.
Likewise, bro.
Hey, man, and as always, man, we're just a couple suburban hood niggas out here trying to make it.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Hey, man, I'll holler at you.
Thanks for listening to Fried Bologna.
Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and Google Play to catch a new episode every Monday at 7 a.m. Pacific.
And check us out on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube for even more content.
Fried Bologna.
A hood delicacy.